I've got a VBA project that's 291 lines long, and today I'm rebuilding the entire thing in Python. The question is, can Python do the same job in a fraction of the code? Let's find out. The code for both projects is available to download from the link in the description below. Okay, so let's jump in. Alright, here's what this VBA code does. It grabs data from all the files in a given folder. It cleans out all the spaces and negative numbers from that data. It applies special business rules like adding 10% to EU orders over $1,000, and it creates a regional summary. And finally, it writes out the report to a brand new workbook. That's almost 300 lines of VBA code. Now let's see if Python can do the exact same thing in way less code. Before we jump into Python, let me show you why this VBA code is problematic. Look at this structure. Custom classes, multiple subs scattered across different modules, and an entire module just to build a summary report. When something breaks or needs updating, you end up chasing logic across half a dozen places. And one small change can affect the whole project. And the most frustrating part is that most of what we're doing here is completely standard. Cleaning data, filtering, summarizing, and generating reports. Alright, now let's see how Python handles the exact same workflow. First, we import just two things: pathlib for file handling and pandas for data processing. That's it. Now once we have our imports done, we set up our input and output files using pathlib. Using pathlib makes working with file names incredibly easy. It means that instead of having messy VBA code like this, you can have nice, neat Python code. Next, we're going to read all the data from the Excel files in our input folder and load it into one master data frame. Doing this in VBA is very messy. It takes about 50 lines of code. We also have a subroutine here for normalizing the column names. That is, making them lowercase, removing spaces, and adding underscores. And notice that for VBA, most data tasks require loops. Let's see how we do this in Python, and if we can reduce the line count and the complexity. We start by creating an empty list to hold our data frames. We then used lobe to find all the Excel files in the input folder, and for each file, I read it using read Excel. We then normalized the column names. Now in VBA, this took 9 lines of code and a loop, and in Python, it's 1 line, no loop required. And it reads like a sentence. Take the columns, strip the white space, and convert to lowercase, and then replace spaces with underscores. Each step is explicit and easy to follow. Now in VBA, the operations are nested, which makes it complicated to read and to add a new operation. So back in our code, we add a source file column to track the file where each row came from. And then we append it to our list of data frames. Now once we finish reading the files, we use the concat function to combine them into one master data frame. So that entire section, reading all the files and normalizing the headers, took just 7 lines of Python. And in VBA, it took 65 lines. So we're already down to about 10% of the original code, and we haven't even started cleaning or processing the data yet. So this is going to be interesting. Now let's clean the data. First, we convert the values in the amount column to be numeric. If anything can't be converted, then the errors equals coerce parameter turns it into an NaN, which is not a number. Then fill NA replaces all those missing values with 0. Next, we strip whitespace from all the string columns. So I use apply with a lambda function that checks if it's a string column, and if it is, trim it. If it's numeric, then leave it alone. And this takes 1 line of code only. And finally, filter out any rows where the amount is 0 or negative. And this also takes 1 line of code. So that's 3 lines of code for all the data cleaning. And in VBA, it takes 50 lines of code with 6 for loops. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, make sure to subscribe. I'm pushing hard to reach 100,000 subscribers, and every single one genuinely helps. So let's keep going. So this is what the data looks like before we cleaned it, and this is what it looks like now. Next, the business logic. Here's the rule. If a transaction is over $1,000 and it's in the EU, then add 10%. I create a high value column to flag anything over 1,000, then copy the amounts to the adjusted amount column. Now here's where Panda really shines. Using the lock function, I can target just the EU rows and multiply their adjusted amounts by 1.1 in just one line. And that's it. Now the VBA version took 45 lines, and we've just replaced an entire function with 3 lines of code. Now we need to create a summary report by region, basically a pivot table. Now this looks like multiple lines of code, but it's actually just one line that I've spread across several lines for readability. Python lets you do that using parentheses, which makes complex operations way easier to understand. Here's what's happening. I use group by to group all the data by region, so all the US transactions together and all the EU transactions together. Then I use ag to aggregate the data. And for each region, I want 2 things. The total sales, which is the sum of all adjusted amounts, and the number of transactions, which is just a count. So one line of code, and this does exactly what a pivot table does in Excel, but it's automated, reproducible, and I can run it on millions of rows without Excel crashing. So in VBA, this took an entire separate module with 40 lines of code. And it involved looping through every row, using a dictionary to track regions, and manually calculating sums and counts. Now we've all our data cleaned and collected, so we've got one final thing to do, and that is to write the data out to our workbook. I use the pandas Excel writer with a context manager, and that's what the with statement does. It automatically handles opening and closing the file, so I don't have to worry about file locks or forgetting to save. I write the clean data to one sheet called clean data and the summary to another sheet called summary. The index equals false just means don't include the row numbers from pandas, because we don't need those. Then I print a confirmation message showing that the report was completed. Now let's run the code and see what we get. And so you can see that a report was created, so let's open the output file. And you can see that we've got clean data on one worksheet, and then on the summary worksheet, we've got the summary of our data. So exactly the same result that we got with the VBA version of the code. Let's get the final code count. I'm using the VS Code Counter extension here, which, as its name suggests, allows us to count the code in our project. And if we click on details, we can see the actual lines of code per module. We have 29 lines of Python code, not including comments or blank lines. Now what about the VBA version? It has 291 lines spread across 6 different files, including 3 custom classes, which means it's exactly 10 times longer, so that's a 90% reduction. So does Python live up to the hype? Absolutely. If you want both versions of the code to compare yourself, I'll drop the link in the description. And if you want a quick side-by-side comparison of writing code in VBA versus Python, check out my video Python for VBA developers in 30 minutes.